Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Warriors 70, 19, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll work against the blitz. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Range, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
They're throwing it. Gets everything he has under this one. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Third and long for him here. That's completed right side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 from the 32.
Shot 50, go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go!
He's going to throw it again. Flush down the pocket. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Okay, break.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
Tag.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
19. Let's go now. Bronco 80. Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Dragon 60. Ready?
3rd and long. They're going to throw. This opening drive says the 4th down. That's incomplete. Defender there to knock it away. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
Warriors 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Fourth down, pass coming. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack them.
Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Catch made over the middle. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. And he gained 11 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st down, Seattle.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Chargers get home, and they drop him. So the hurry up here. Here's a design run. Fields has it. Looks like they get about 4 out of it, but not close to the first. That brings up 4th down.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
222.
Fields now on 4th. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
19, 18. 18, Pirates, 60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 18, Rough Dragon, 60.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He puts him there on there, deep down the left. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Booth. And the Seahawks take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really. Both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Down the field, Evans has it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Bob, down inside the opposing 30. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Is complete to Cook. And he's tackled for a short gain. Looking quickly here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Fields with a chance to run it here. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be third down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained the play. It typically goes for a whole lot more.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to SoFi right after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. And they are passing on the field goal attempt. They're going for this on fourth down.
West right there. EQ.
He'll go quickly to the right. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, he picked up the first.
First down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
319, gets that. Go.
Running with H-Man here out of the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Working quickly here.
He's taken at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. That one connects. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall it out short. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Defense made the stand last time. Do they have another one in them here on third and goal? He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The XP is up and good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hey, hold up real quick, bro. Let's go, bro.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Starting this drive with a design run. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Odisa Isaac stops him there.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Out of the gun. He'll give it to him inside. Gets it up to the
Damn, boy, you watching a YouTube video while playing me, bro?
Sometimes you just feel like in the background, every whole home run is a bigger play.
Yeah, coach, sit it down somewhere. Them plays ain't gonna work no more.
Walk a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Damn, boy, you sound like a whole kid, dog.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Yeah, he running this shit. You wanna see a trick? Damn, I ain't do it.
Defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And his short game gets them a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Lobs this deep down the middle. Good coverage on that deep ball.
Nah, that was man-to-man. The other doing the deep third. Or deep blue or some shit.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Cowboy 18, Cup 19, Cup 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Buffalo 18.
This time looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. It's another 1st down mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. That last interception gave him a chance to take the lead, partner. And now their defense gets him another one, so they can start growing this advantage.
Yeah, this defense letting them know we don't want to defend a small lead. Here's the ball again. Go get us a 2-score advantage this time.
This is a design look for Fields. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 6.
Looks like a design keeper here for Fields. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Justin Fields touchdown.
Kate, right there's the danger of dime coverage. Bunch of little guys on the field that love to cover and may not tackle so well, and opens up a run lane. He took huge advantage of it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready, 60 Maverick, 670 Timberwolves.
Shaking off the kick quickly. He's going to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Viking 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's got space. And they're going to score. It's a pick six for Seattle. Rookie quarterback, Brock, threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowballed.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. For being a rookie quarterback at App State, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This taken from the 12. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Back to work they go after the interception. Diving for receiver screen. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
60 Bison. Mustang 19.
First down, play action. Seahawks swarming in, and down he goes. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of their second down.
7 brings up second and 17
Let's go
at
now.
the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Buying some time right. Throws this one deep down the right side. He's got it down the sideline. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range.
Yards on the play.
It's a huge pickup on the play.
First down.
And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
At the 31-yard
So the complexion
line.
of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Nice Warrior 70. Let go.
Looking to throw here. Headed out right. Now here he goes. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers jump some of the lead off before the half. A 14-point game. Plenty of time to attack that deficit, but here we go. They're attacking already, going on sides in the first half. LA uses a timeout here. It's second.
Will Riker to kick off.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Here's a design run. Fields has it. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Fields out of the gun. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterparts score a touchdown, cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. It cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, son. 3-19, that's right. 11.
Fields with a chance to run here. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down from the 42. Fields to throw it. And they get to a really hard line on this one and take him down. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Fields gets it out wide quick. He crosses the 35. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Here we go.
This is a design look for Fields. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half.
I didn't know it was damn. I ain't had no damn timeout.
On EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10.
Here, go.
Offense in a hurry up here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Well, you couldn't expect this to happen a couple of times this season, right? They catch the rookie here for roughing the passer.
Yeah, that comes with experience, Kate. Rookie is so excited to make plays in his first season. You just get that tunnel vision on making the sack. And he doesn't realize the ball was already gone.
And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and finding that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Moving quickly, trying to get set. Zone read, they hand it to H.A. Defense following the ball perfectly on that zone read and closing on him for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Cut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up fourth down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Back now, pressure coming. Getting out to his left. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Kate, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 8, trap 60, trap 60. Check. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw now. Buying some time left. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
That short gain is enough for him to set it down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Panther 11, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He'll try and run this. He slides down with enough to pick up that first. Offensive line fast.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
18 Rattler. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. 19 Light.
They'll throw here on 1st. To the sideline, and he's got it. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Offense up to the line fast.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Warriors 70. 7 Pirates. Check smash.
In the red zone now. Flush out now to his left. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
When chances to score have been so few and far between for your offense, Kate, you got to come through in these opportunities, especially now in the second half. Like all game, this defense has just risen to the occasion and jumped on the chance at that interception.
Looks like a design keeper here for Fields. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 64 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. Get in the red zone defensively here all the time. You cannot wait to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively,
They take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Kick is good.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. Reed now to kick this one away. Will begin his return from the 11. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 65. Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18. Pioneer. Ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
70 Ranger. Cougar 19. Ready.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Lasers this one deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And they pick him off again. And the Seahawks take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's a design run. Fields has it. Fields loses it. And the Chargers think they have it, and they do. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Chargers who have it to start the 4th quarter, but this game seems pretty far out of reach for them. Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Going deep here for the end zone. He has the catch. It's open. It's a touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game.
28. Chargers 14. Will Reichard to kick
Here's
off.
Reichard set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Dose of the hurry up here.
Brought down back at the 32.
Got a man, it's Drake London. Decent game here, but short of the first.
Drake London.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Fields. Forced out to his right. Rolling and takes a deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And they take this in for the score. The Seahawks making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Justin Fields touchdown.
I didn't even travel. I was doing more QB runs.
There's extra point. He's up and good.
I'm leading in rushing.
Chargers 14.
Reed now to kick this one away. Lays it in at the 13. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
60, chop 60.
They work against the blitz. Vacates quickly left side. He can run it. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
70 Ranger. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. They're trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He's got it deep downfield. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing now on 1st down. Goes there at the 7. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Reichard on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. All set to go now from the 35. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's going deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks have likely locked up the win right there. Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers 21.
Reed now to kick this one away. Starting at the 10. And they'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out.
At their own 17-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
70, 19, Lions.
Airing it out to start this drive. He's going deep this time. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Coming in from the right, and they blocked it. They blocked it. And he's brought down. It was a long shot after the block anyway, and they're unable to add anything on top of that touchdown.
Will Riker to kick off.
And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. Well, it kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Rob.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Here we go, son.
He'll take a chance to run it here. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up. Looking quickly here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
It's a punishing hit to end that play, but hey, still a win for this offense. They've got first and goal now from the 2.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. This is a design look for Fields. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground. Now he is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard.
Looks like a design keeper here for Fields. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Seahawks making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. His 5th rushing score in this game alone. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow the lead now to 22 points. Reed now to kick this one away. Wings in the kick at the 9. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out.
17-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hawk 70, Hawk 19, Mustang, Dragon 60, 7 Pirates, 7.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's second down coming up.
Ready? Cougar 19. Go.
They look to throw. That's low and that's as short as me.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we called them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Ready?
Throw here, third down. Trying to push deep downfield. Almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner. As he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. First and 10. Here's a design run. Fields has it. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
All right, here we go. Second down. Fields with a chance to run it here. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Fields now, third and long. Man downfield, and he finds London. The 40. And he is down inside the 35-yard line. So it's a win for the Seahawks. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate,